Story, and it's one that hit the headlines at the time. 4 police officers accused of the murder of Mthokozisi Ntumba pleading not guilty in the Gauteng division of the High Court today. The trial of Tshepiso Kekana, who's 27, Motseo Tata Boitumelo, who's 43, Madimeja Lekhodi, 37, and Victor Nkosinati Mohammed, 51. It got underway today. They face a count of murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. Ntumba, you may remember, was killed during those Wit student protests in Braamfontein in March last year. ENCA reporter Slindile Masekane was in court today, and she joins us with all the details. Just take us back to the day that he died. I remember it because of the Wit student protest. There was a standoff with police in Braamfontein. What do we know about that moment? He was just coming out of a doctor's room, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it was one of those incidents, I think, that took the country really once more by shock, where we saw the emergence, as we see every year, of student protests. In particular, last year, what we saw were students in and around Johannesburg protesting against financial exclusion due to historical debt, as well as the high cost of higher education. And so we did see those protest actions unfolding once more around this time of year, and this particular incident happened around March the 10th, and this is where Mthokozisi Ntumba, a bystander, was going about his day and was actually due to go see the doctor on this particular day. He made his way to the doctor's offices and was examined, but on his way out tragically lost his life. What we understand is that protest action erupted once more. Police were trying to disperse students from the streets of Braamfontein, and in doing so were using rubber bullets. And one of those rubber bullets then struck Mthokozisi Ntumba, and that is how he tragically lost his life.
Yeah, so sad. And this was a man, as you say, who was just coming out of the doctor's rooms. He was a professional, he was highly qualified. Initially, I seem to recall they were concerned that it was actually a student, but it turns out just a bystander. So many questions as to why this man seems to have been targeted by police. First witness took the stand today. What did we learn?
Certainly so. The trial begins finally in this particular matter, Sally. That's in the South Gauteng High Court, and the state then called its first witness, being the clerk of the doctor's offices in which Mthokozisi Ntumba went to go see that day. And what she did today was describe what she had witnessed in terms of Mthokozisi coming into the doctor's offices, where she updated his details. She even went as far as describing how far her desk is from the door, describing the pavement, what she saw outside, saying that there were students who normally take the bus or transport to their various campuses, who always stand outside of the doctor's offices. She says Mthokozisi walked in, they went through the administrative procedures, he went to see the doctor, got his medication. On his way out, leaving the practice, then she heard gunshots. And when she heard those gunshots, of course, she took cover. And once she heard silence, she went to go and see what happened outside. And she was met with Mthokozisi clutching, what she said, with his one hand, his chest, and with his other hand clutching his medication. She said that she saw a lot of blood. And at that point, she proceeded, Sally, to get what she believed would have been belongings that would be important to him, like his car keys, his wallet, as well as his medication, in fact, as well as his cell phone. And after that, she asked one of the security guards who happened to be on the scene as well to just watch over him while she went to go and get the doctor to examine him. And once the doctor arrived, that's when the ambulance was called. But of course, we know that Mthokozisi did not survive that shooting.
Yeah, so very sad. And if I recall, he was shot at close range with a rubber bullet, which led to a lot of discussion around the use of rubber bullets during protests. Talk to us about who we're due to hear from next and what answers we are expecting to get from this case.
Of course, Sally, we know that the charges that these police officers are facing are quite serious. They are facing life imprisonment. And we know that over the next couple of days, this matter has been set down for at least 30 days. And the state is expected to call more than 20 witnesses to testify against these police officers. What we also saw today, Sally, was the cross-examination of the first witness, Lerato Mokoena. You'd know that once the state puts a witness on the stand, then the defense is of course given a chance to poke holes, one would say, in their testimony. And one of the holes I think the defense managed to poke in terms of this particular witness was the fact that all Lerato Mokoena could do today was set the scene, if you would say, in terms of Mthokozisi arriving at the doctor's offices and what she saw transpiring afterwards. However, her testimony today did not actually confirm whether it was the police officers themselves who shot Mthokozisi Ntumba, or whether it was, you know, a stray bullet, or whether it was the ones that are actually accused. So that's the kind of testimony that we're expecting to see over the next couple of days. But also, that's I think quite crucial in the state's case, is the video evidence that they will be submitting to the court. So it's quite a lengthy trial, and of course the charges being quite serious, then we know that this matter is going to receive quite a lot of attention, especially because we're in that beginning of the year where we're really used to seeing this protest action arising. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of focus around what's going to transpire in this particular matter.
Yeah, and hopefully some answers on how student protests and any kind of protests are meant to be handled by police. Thank you so much for that update, ENCA reporter Slindile Masekane.